The idol's forgiveness. The transition from a heartbroken girl to a rising star was paved with sweat and the relentless rhythm of the dance studio. Kingsley was a shadow of discipline, his spectacles catching the harsh fluorescent lights as he paced. "Your heart is in the lyrics, Sakura, but your feet are a beat behind," he barked, though his eyes held a glimmer of respect. Again, from the bridge. Kingsley didn't just teach Sakura how to hit the high notes, he taught her how to survive the spotlight. He sat her down before a mock press conference, firing difficult questions about her past. "The media will try to unmask you," he warned, his voice fair but firm. "You must decide which face they see. A professional never falters, no matter the internal storm." Years passed, and the eternal cherry blossom was born. Sakura's face adorned every digital billboard, from Shibuya to Osaka. On the eve of her massive Tokyo Dome concert, she stood behind the heavy velvet curtains, the roar of 50,000 fans vibrating through her boots. She was no longer the girl who had been cast aside. She was a queen of the stage. Seeking a moment of quiet before the storm, Sakura slipped out the stage door in a hooded cloak. In the damp alleyway, she spotted a man huddled near the trash bins, his clothes worn and his spirit seemingly broken. He was a ghost from a life she barely remembered. Shinji looked up, his eyes hollow and tired, failing to recognize the superstar standing before him. Sakura reached up and slowly lowered her hood, letting her signature pink hair spill over her shoulders. "It's been a long time, Shinji," she said softly. The recognition hit him like a physical blow. He scrambled to his feet, his mouth agape, staring at the woman he had once betrayed, now radiant even in the shadows of the alley. The silence was heavy until Shinji broke it with a sob. He confessed everything. How Reiko had eventually treated him like a stepping stone, cheating on him just as he had cheated on Sakura. He lived in the wreckage of his choices, unemployed and drifting. "I was a fool," he whispered, the rain masking his tears. "I destroyed the only real thing I ever had." Sakura watched him, but the old ache in her chest didn't return. She felt a profound sense of peace. She stepped forward and placed a gentle hand on his shaking shoulder. "I forgave you a long time ago, Shinji," she told him. "I had to, so that I could become the person I am today. Your betrayal was the fire that forged me." She reached into the pocket of her cloak and pulled out a shimmering holographic VIP ticket. She pressed it into his hand. "Don't live in the past anymore," she said, her green eyes bright with sincerity. "Watch the show tonight. See what happens when someone chooses to grow instead of breaking. We can be friends, Shinji, but that girl you knew is gone." The concert was a masterpiece of light and sound. Sakura moved across the stage with the grace Kingsley had instilled in her, her voice echoing with a power that moved the crowd to tears. She sang not of heartbreak, but of the strength found in the aftermath. She was the center of the universe, a beacon of pink light under the dome. High in the VIP lounge, Shinji sat alone, the ticket clutched in his hand. As he watched Sakura shine, he finally let go of his guilt. He saw her not as his lost love, but as a person who had transcended the pain he caused. Down on the stage, Sakura looked up toward the stands, gave a small, private nod, and then turned back to her kingdom of music.